So this is all my haul for today. A bunch of stuff came in today, and then I ran into Ulta today to pick up their deal of the day on 21 Days of Beauty. We've got the Pat McGrath Labs lip set, Lust 4 lip set. Then I've got a beautiful bunch of eyeshadows from ColourPop. The new holiday edition of Hourglass, their ambient palette. I've got some ColourPop lip products, and then I got a couple of these Mally eyeshadow sticks, cream eyeshadow sticks. So that was the 21 Days of Beauty item for today from Ulta. Hey everyone, welcome to this meeting of Lipstick Anonymous. Just kidding. Welcome back to my makeup party, valued viewers. I have for you today a new Hourglass Ambient Light palette. This is called the Lighting Edit Surreal Light. Lighting Edit dash Surreal Light. Okay, I have all of the colors in this palette on today, and I have to say I'm not too thrilled with it. I am not the biggest fan of Hourglass's Ambient Light line because it just does not show up on me. I think I'm too pale. I don't know what it is. It doesn't really show up on me. It doesn't give me any gleam, glisten, illumination, etc. I don't know. But I thought I would give this a try. It is a palette. You know, I love my palettes. It has a bunch of different products in it. So let's try it out. So this is kind of different for them. This is sort of a white marble look. It's plastic, but it looks like white marble. I kind of like that. It's kind of different for them, and I think that they did that well on this palette. I really thought, I ordered this palette totally blind, did not swatch it, did not see it in the store. I really thought this palette was going to be much larger because look at all the things it has in it. These squares are quite small, as you can see. They are quite small. I mean, I really had to find a small brush to go into some of these smaller ones. So let me show you how I used this today. First, let me go through the products in here. We have 5 products. This first long one here is called a finishing powder. It says it's Surreal Light. Number 2 right here is a bronzer, Surreal Bronze Light. Number 3 down here is a blush, Surreal Glow. Number 4 is a blush, called Surreal Effect. And then this is a strobing powder. It's called Surreal Strobe Light. I will swatch all of these for you and I'll show you how I applied them today. First, this finishing powder here. They give you a large block of that. I guess you're supposed to use that as an all-over finishing powder. What I tried to do with this one today was use it as sort of a real lightweight highlight right here and down my nose and right here. I usually use an e.l.f. highlighting palette that I have that I really, really like the effect of it. It's sort of the same idea as the ambient lights, but it's, you know, much cheaper, and it just shows up so much better on me. And so I usually use that right here as sort of a little bit of a strobing, and it does a really good job. Well, here is their sort of finishing powder right here. It comes across really yellow. The one that I use in e.l.f. is very neutral, and it's very champagne-y and very light, much whiter than this. This is kind of a golden. I used that up here today, and it did not show up at all on my on. Number 2 is their bronzer. This is their bronzer, and I did use this today as a bronzer. That's about the lightest bronzer you've ever seen, isn't it? I used that as a bronzer today. You can almost see it up here. Just too light. And I mean, I put a couple of layers on there, and it's just very, very light. Next, I used the blush called Surreal Glow as a blush. It's right there. That one didn't do too bad. I did have to find rather a small brush. I started out trying to use this brush, way too big. I ended up having to find an old brush in a drawer that was small enough to go in that little tiny compartment where that blush is. That one shows up. It's not, I don't really have a lot of complaints about the color of it. It's not a bad color. Then this other blush down here I did not use much of. I kind of tried to dot that in my cheeks. It goes on rather subdued. But then I didn't really want to get too pink with what I had on my eyes and everything today. Which is, by the way, a set from ColourPop I got today. In case anybody's wondering, this is called Mile High Best of Super Shock Shadow Collection. And finally, we have a strobe powder, Surreal Strobe Light. This one right here. I did try to use this as a highlight today. Didn't really work out. So Kind of got a peachy golden glow to it. It's right there. Not really the kind of highlighter I like to use. This palette just is not really working for me. I love Hourglass products. I have a lot of their other products. I'm loving their Vanish foundation stick right now, but this ambient light stuff, if you are a fan of ambient light stuff, this is, I still think, not a great palette, because I think they have an ambient light palette that has all the different ambient lights in it, and it is really, if you like that kind of thing, it is really a nice palette because you have all of your ambients in one. This one, you know, they did an ambient, they did a strobe, they did a couple of blushes, they did a bronzer, and I don't know, they're just kind of orangey, peachy orangey, not very pretty. The blushes are not as pigmented as the Hourglass blushes I have seen before. They've got a little bit more bounce to them, a little bit more color to them. These you can just kind of barely see. They just didn't, I don't think they picked very pretty colors for this. I think the bronzer could have definitely been bronzier. I mean, it's just, it's not a bronzer. So I'm also not thrilled with the size. These are tiny. These are really tiny, especially for face products. For eyeshadows, it would be great, but for a face product, no. So the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Edit. I love the package, but I just don't love the products for me. So the foundation I used today, and I've actually gotten a couple of uses out of this, is from Cle de Peau. This is one of my samples from Surreal. I love this. So this is the Cle de Peau Fluid Foundation. Surreal, they send you one of these completely full of your foundation of choice. I've actually gotten 2 wears, and then this will probably give me a 3rd wear of this foundation. This is quite a beautiful foundation. This is one of those foundations that is going to be one of your natural look. It still has coverage, still has plenty of coverage, but this is going to be one of your more natural looking foundations, your skin but better. This one just sort of melts right into your skin, and it is so natural and beautiful. Let me show you. The color I got is called I-10. This is a very liquidy foundation. It's not like a BB cream or a balm or anything. That is L or I-110, and I think the color match is perfect. This is beautiful. It looks kind of like my Chanel Le Beige's foundation. That is a beautiful, super natural foundation, but it still has wonderful coverage. Wonderful coverage. I did put a little extra right through here where I have my redness, but I think that it blends and it builds really easily. You kind of have to be careful if you rub your nose or something, it will come off. It's not a super long wear product. It will come off if you like touch your face or something. As usual, thanks for watching and thanks for joining me. Thanks for your continued support. I'll see you next time.